In today's set review for BT23, today's focus is primarily the Liberator cards, along with K's Undead Digimon. Note that this video covers the bulk of purple cards, and whether you're into ghosts or digivolving from the trash, as a purple player, this is the video for you. Though before we jump into that, Owen Dreadnought's Elizamon makes a brief appearance in this set. Like the equivalents for Shumon, Sangloupmon, Elizamon, and ghostmon, Elizamon debuts as a Digimon that can digivolve into a Digimon card with a reptile or dragonkin trait with a reduced cost by 1. Unlike the others though, who traditionally maintain their inheritables, Elizamon shifts gears from memory gain when a security is checked to DP gain. With BT24 not being released until next year, we'll have some time to figure out what her level 7 will be. But for the main course for today's video, we're going to cover all of Violet Inboots' new cards. Starting with demimeramon, this Digimon has an on-deletion effect, where one of your Digimon with the Ghost trait gains blocker and retaliation until your opponent's turn ends. Not bad considering most of the time this deck looks to leverage its execute ability and is then able to put out a body from the trash, which means sequencing this effect last gives you some defense. Frankly though, returning your other Ghost Digimon back from the trash is going to be important, or if you're like me and like memory, Cupimon is still level 2 I like to leverage in the deck. This flips the sequencing effect slightly, but allows you to put exactly the piece you want into the trash for using the on-deletion effects of your other Digimon. But onto the main Digimon line. With Ghostmon, this Digimon has an on-play and on-deletion effect in which one of your Digimon with the Ghost trait gains blocker until your opponent's turn ends. While it can be another defensive option like the demimeramon egg, its inheritable is the real kicker here in that it mirrors all your other Ghostmons that are Liberator trait. And memory is again very important. With bakemon, this Digimon also shares the same inheritable on-deletion effect, and has an on-play and win digivolving effect that by deleting one of your Digimon, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. I kind of wish we didn't have to sacrifice a Digimon, but it's also cohesive with Ghostmon's inheritable. Also great since you'll have 2 level 4s now with the memory gain inheritables. With Phantomon, this level 5 follows all the rules of the other level 5 Digimon, with a handmade effect in which if you have Violet Inboots, by placing one bakemon from your trash as any of your Ghostmon's bottom Digivolution card, it digivolves into this card for a Digivolution cost of 3, ignoring the Digivolution requirements. For its on-deletion effect and inheritable, you play a level 4 or lower Digimon card with the Ghost trait. Now with 2 of these effects, you can still utilize the on-deletion to supply a level 4 for a DNA Digivolution into Chimeramon. Hey, if Violet does it in the webcomic, you can too. Remember this main effect can only be used from the hand, so you cannot proc this in combination with the old BT20 Violet, who can digivolve one of your Digimon into a Digimon card with the Ghost trait in the hand reduced by 2. Lastly, the newest Necromon is another level 6 Digimon with Execute, and has an on-play and on-deletion effect in which you can play a level 5 or lower Digimon card with the Ghost trait from your trash without paying the cost. All turns, when another Digimon attacks, by deleting this Digimon, delete one of your opponent's level 6 or lower Digimon. If this effect didn't delete, you may end that attack. Now remember, if you were to self-delete this Digimon and have an inheritable like demimeramon in play, you can use Necromon's first effect to play a level 5, then give it blocker and retaliation with that demimeramon's effect. And while Necromon has a lot more defensive pieces now, the main card everyone's excited for is the level 7 Digimon. Dulluhamon is the level 7 Digimon for Violet Inboots, a Digimon that represents the mythos of the Headless Horseman. This Digimon has Piercing, Security Tech +1, and Execute, and can digivolve from Phantomon for a cost of 6 if you have Violet Inboots in play. When digivolving, you delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level. If this effect didn't delete, this Digimon gets 5000 DP for the turn. On deletion, you may play one level 6 or lower Digimon card with the Ghost trait from your trash without paying the cost. In theory, this means after executing and gaining all the memory from deletion, you could play back a level 5 and digivolve into a level 6 off of BT20 Violet's effect. But why not just play the old Necromon? The answer to this lies with the BT23 Violet Inboots. This rare has no alt art, meaning if you're looking to max rarity of the deck, a pre-release stamped version is going to be your best bet. Start of main by returning this Tamer to the bottom of the deck, you may play one Violet Inboots from your hand without paying the cost. Then if you don't have a Digimon, you may play one Ghostmon from your trash without paying the cost. Unfortunately, as I read all these cards, I'm quickly reminded of the Gallantmon card covered in the Royal Knights episode. Your turn, when any of your Digimon digivolve into a Digimon with a Ghost trait, by suspending this Tamer, that Digimon gains Rush for the turn. Rush can only be achieved with this Tamer when you digivolve, which honestly isn't terrible. Which takes us to Violet's final card for this video, Unique Emblem, Soul Banquet. This emblem allows you to play Ghostmon or Violet Inboots from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Then you place this card into the battle area. Your turn. When any of your Violet Inboots suspend, delay. One of your Digimon with the Ghost trait may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the Ghost and Liberator trait in the hand, with the Digivolution cost reduced by 3. Meaning you could play back Ghostmon with any of your execute effects, use BT23 Violet to Digivolve into bakemon, and then because your Violet suspended, you can go into phantomon for 3. But the real kicker here is to play back out the bakemon, because then you could evo into phantomon for 1, then Dulluhamon for 3 in the presence of Violet. With the Ghost though, the only other horrifying archetype to look at here is the Undead from Cyber Sleuth. Dracmon is the newest variant that has a start of main phase effect, that by trashing one card with the Undead, Dark Animal, or CS trait from your hand, you gain 1 memory. Oh look! Potential support for Elizamon decks and even adding more to the dog engine. Neat. It's inheritable as a when attacking effect, where once per turn, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the Undead or Dark Animal trait in the trash. Which means, of course, you gotta pay that memory cost. While Sangloupmon is attacking, interestingly this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the Undead or CS trait in the trash. The kicker here is that every level 5 I've mentioned up to this point could be a target to Digivolve into. The only downside is getting them to the trash. Interestingly, Sangloupmon has the same inheritable as Dracmon, but if you Digivolved off its when attacking effect, you won't be able to trigger its inheritable because you've already passed the timing of the window. Matadormon's newest version can Digivolve from any level 4 with the CS trait for a cost of 3 and has Scapegoat. On play, and when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. Then if Digivolving from the trash, you may play one playcost 3 or lower card with the Undead or CS trait from your trash without paying the cost. There's the removal I was looking for. I thought this was going to be all pay and nothing at the end. The inheritable for this Digimon is in all turns, once per turn where when any of your other Digimon would leave the battle area, by deleting this Digimon, they don't leave. But of course, the top end for this Digimon is going to go to Grand Dracmon. Yet another Digimon that can Digivolve from a level 5 with the Undead, or CS trait for a cost of 4 despite its 5 cost Digivolution. Start of main, and on deletion, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a level 6 or lower Undead or Dark Animal trait Digimon card in the trash without paying the cost. When Digivolving, you may play one level 4 or lower purple Digimon card in the trash without paying the cost. And also all turns. Once per turn when any of your other Digimon Digivolve from the trash, delete all of your opponent's lowest level Digimon. This takes a lot of elements from Deathxmon, and I'm honestly surprised it wasn't black to begin with. My mind is going all over the place after reading this card, because cards like BT23 Mad Leomon are still fair game to force the deletion and potentially chimeramoning for shenanigans. At the present, again, I'm not convinced this archetype will do much, mainly because that Gallantmon is going to do so much against it. But the last and final card for today's set review video is going to be the shortest card name across all Bandai IPs. We already have the Metropolitan Police Department, Community Safety Bureau, Cybercrimes Division Investigation Unit 11 Digimon Crime Response Team as the longest name. But with K, we now have the shortest. K is a purple tamer that is actually another tamer in this set as well. But I won't mention who it is because of potential spoilers for players who haven't played or finished Cyber Sleuth. Start of main by trashing one card with the Undead, Dark Animal, or CS trait from your hand, you gain 1 memory. This card suddenly feels like Marvin Jackson. End of your turn by deleting this tamer. One of your Digimon may Digivolve into a level 5 or lower Digimon card with the Undead or Dark Animal trait in the trash without paying the cost. And now Myotismon Ace has entered the chat. Myotismon Ace is interesting in that you could use it constantly to recycle this tamer. And considering Myotismon Ace is also an Undead card, this also adds some cohesion. But bottom line, I'm not thinking K's line will do much in the meta of the Digimon card game. Is it interesting? Yes. However, Sangloupmon might be the winner of those cards because it can Digivolve into a Digimon card with the Undead or CS trait in the trash. Meaning in a sealed setting, you have ample abilities to Digivolve into something that might have been trashed or hit in security. And other than K and the Undead, do you think Violet Inboots gets a significant enough upgrade for her deck, with Dulluhamon, Phantomon, and the Emblem? Let me know in the comments, because we're going to the next fun archetype, Zaxxon. This is DIGI-PANDA, logging out.